Yo, 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 what up? Joey Franchize here, Franchize on Film, and we are talking Shazam Fury of the Gods. So it hits theaters this Friday, March 17th. I actually got a chance to go see it yesterday, and I will say it was an okay movie. I'm not a huge fan of the Shazam movies, to be quite honest. Not a fan of Zachary Levi as an actor. Not saying actor, it's not my thing. You know what I mean? I wasn't a fan of him in the Chuck series, which was like his big break, and then Shazam. He did the first one and this one, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. And the reason why is because I feel like he really tries too hard to deliver the joke in the movie, and he's way too like comedic. Like if you thought Thor: Love and Thunder was like a little bit too comedic for the Thor, like times that by 10 for Shazam. And the jokes are corny. I probably didn't like. You probably got like one giggle out of me, one or two, I will say. So yeah, just not a fan of just like how Zachary Levi portrays the character. I understand they're trying to go for Tom Hanks big vibes. If you ever seen that movie, little kid who grows up to be, who's in a grown man's body type shit. It just it ain't winning me over. All right. I will say though that Jack Dylan Grazer, who plays Freddie Freeman in the movie, very good. I thought he stole the show. Digimon Hansu had a bigger role this time around as the wizard. He plays a very vital role. The Shazamly thing, I'm not too crazy on, but I get why they do it in the Shazam movies because they're trying to promote like the foster care system that you can embrace your foster family. So I get the message that they're sending with Shazam, and I think it's awesome. I feel like they pushed the Shazamly a little bit too early for my liking from the first film, and they just kind of recycled it for the second one. The villains were okay. I thought Dr. Savannah from the last movie was a better villain than the Sisters of Atlas, or the Daughters of Atlas, I should say. And Atlas is basically the god where Shazam has some of his powers, like some of his powers that Basically, Shazam is an acronym for all the powers that he has from all the Greek gods. So Atlas is one of them. His daughters are trying to obtain the power back. The way they introduce them in the movie, the villains, that is, the sisters, Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu, the way they introduced them, I thought it was just a little off. Like, where the fuck did they come from? Like, where did you come from? Like, you just opening scene, bam, they're right in front of you. But like, how did they get here? They don't explain that until like the middle of the movie. But even when they do explain that, it's still kind of like, okay, like, all right, whatever. At that point, I was just like, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna sit back and just enjoy this movie because this is the third to last of the DCEU movies, like Snyderverse type movies. I will say visually, the movie was on point. The effects were great. I thought the way Shazam was like maneuvering through those buildings that like kind of looked like he was like in some Minecraft kind of shit. You know what I mean? In the trailers, the way that looked on screen was great. I thought the dragon that Lucy Liu was on was pretty dope. The way they made the monsters was just as good as they made them in the last movie. So it was a lot of cool little takeaways from it. I really enjoyed the ending sequence of the movie. So it was actually a pretty long like final fight. So and that was pretty cool. Overall, I probably give it a 7. Not gonna lie. Here's the thing, bro. Like it's a teenager movie. Like it's like when I was in the theater at the advanced screening, there was teenagers next to me, people like families about their kids. So it's definitely like a family more oriented superhero movie. My biggest gripe, along with Zachary Levi portraying like a child as an adult, it didn't match up with his younger version, which is Asher Angel. So they didn't match up. Like it felt like Asher Angel. I don't know if they meant to do this or what. There's like some deeper meaning that I just didn't find out. Like Asher Angel character is more mature than Zachary Levi at like Levi's character. If I'm making any fucking sense. Trust me, it's confusing. But yeah, that was my one of my biggest gripes. I enjoyed the Freddie Freeman story. I'm glad that they gave him some shine. Rachel Zegler was actually okay. She played Athena, the third sister of the third sister from Atlas's Daughters. She did a solid job. Again, I'm not really expecting too much from these DCEU movies at all. I literally went to see how this is all going to tie into the bigger picture because now with James Gunn rebooting the whole shit, it's you want to know who's coming or going. So I'm curious to know if they set up the story and they reshot the movie to make it make sense for the new reboot for the DCU. Wonder Woman does appear in the movie. It's no spoiler in that she's actually in the trailer. There are two post-credit scenes. One is funny, and it hints at like some Black Adam shit. Two, it didn't make any sense to me. I don't know if they were just trying to poke fun from the last movie, but yeah, like it was just confusing to me. And exactly, I didn't know where it was going. And with DCEU about to crumble, and by the end of the year, it just didn't make any fucking sense. But whatever, it was a solid movie overall. I mean, I don't think this is competing with anything, so it's definitely something to definitely go watch. It's a fun movie if you have kids.